Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. This is Abu Ahmed Chaudhary and welcome to Amin. Abu makes education easy. So today our topic is mixed. I'm gonna give a lecture which is mixed of chapter 1.21 and 1.3. So let's begin. Now let's come to a calculation that what is the calculation to calculate mass number, or what is the formula to calculate mass number. So I'm writing, later on I will show. Please take an SS or write the formula whenever I will show the mass number equals to number of protons plus number of neutrons equals to number of protons plus number of neutrons. And I'm writing the chapter number here, chapter CH 1.02. So basically that the mass number equals to number of protons plus number of neutrons. This is the formula. Please take an SS or write down the formula. I'm going to just keep it for a few seconds more. Okay. Now let me give an example of this thing. So, for example, the first example is that we are going to count the mass number. We are going to find out the mass number of an element. Mass number equals to, please open your book to the periodic table, or I'm just writing it that number of protons. The number of protons, suppose we have 11 number of protons and the number of neutrons is 12. So the total summation or the total addition of both the proton and neutron number is the mass number, so it comes 23. So the mass number the element which has the mass number 23 is none other than sodium. So it is Na or sodium. It's Na or sodium. We don't need to write that Na or sodium in bracket. I'm just showing you guys to make you guys understand. So you guys don't get confused that from where I got the number 23 and from where I got the number 11 and 12. The number of protons and the number of neutrons add up to the mass number. So the number of protons in sodium is 11 and the number of neutrons is 12. So after adding both of them, we get the mass number which is 23. Now, have you ever thought that why does an atom does not have any charge? Atom does not have any charge at all. Why? Have you ever guys thought of it? That why does an atom does not have any charge at all? Why? It's because an atom consists of the same number of protons and the same number of electrons. So, as protons have a positive charge and electrons have a negative charge, so the positive and the negative charge cancel out each other. I am writing it in a definition so you guys can understand. Please remember this thing. You guys may be asked that for in your exam you guys may be asked that why does an atom does not have any charge? So I am writing the answer. Atoms does not have any charge due to cancellation process. Does not have any charge due to cancellation process. Due to cancellation process. First write the first line that atoms do not have or atoms does not have any charge due to the cancellation process or due to cancellation process. Atoms does not have any charge due to cancellation process. I am erasing the first line now. I am going to write the second line. As there are equal number of protons and electrons so the opposite charges cancel out each other. Full stop. This is the second and the third line. Please write it or take an essay. I am repeating the answer as there are equal number of protons and electrons, so the opposite charges cancel out each other. I am repeating once more, as there are equal number of protons and electrons, so the opposite charges cancel out each other. So basically this is the end of chapter 1.02. Now we will start chapter 1.03 or chapter 1.03, whichever you say. Chapter 1.03. So now first we are gonna learn that what are isotopes. Isotopes are the atoms of the same element with the same atomic number but different mass numbers. I am writing the definition. Isotopes are atoms of the same element. Isotopes of the atoms of the same element with the same atomic number. But with different mass number. This is a definition that isotopes are atoms of the same element with the same atomic number but with different mass number. I am repeating the answer. Isotopes are atoms of the same element with the same atomic number but with different mass numbers. Now I am going to repeat the question that what is an isotope? Isotopes are atoms of the same element with the same number of protons but different number of electrons. This is another definition. This one is more appropriate than this one, the thing I have written. I will also write the appropriate one right now. I have written this thing just to make you guys understand that what is meant by the term isotope. Please do not write this answer, just take an essay and remember this thing. Write the appropriate answer. Appropriate answer is that isotopes are atoms of the same element with the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. Same element with the same number of protons, same number of protons, but with different number of neutrons. Or and different number of neutrons, you can also write and different number of neutrons. I am repeating the appropriate answer. Please write it that isotopes are the atoms of the same element with the same number of protons and different number of neutrons. Isotopes are the atoms of the same element with the same number of protons and different number of neutrons. Full stop. We are going to learn, in this chapter we are going to learn about isotopes and relative atomic mass. We have already understand that what is isotope. We got a general idea. Now we will look at some examples. First, draw a box. Let me draw and I will show you guys. I hope you guys have seen the box or the table I have drawn. Please draw a table like this. I'm waiting. Please draw a table like this. Now I'm gonna write few things on the table. Please copy these things. Name, symbol, then please understand that En is for electron number, N is for neutron number, and E is for electron number, N is for neutron number, P dot N is for proton number, and M dot N is for mass number. The first one in the first here I have written here name, then symbol, then electron number, neutron number, proton number, and mass number. Name, symbol, electron number, neutron number, proton number, mass number. Now I'm going to write the name of the isotopes. First one is carbon 12. Second one is carbon 13. Third one is carbon 14. Carbon. Please pardon me as my handwriting or the thing I am doing is not good enough. The name of the isotopes are carbon 12, carbon 13 and carbon 14. Now, it's time for the symbols. C, capital letter C, and the upper left corner we are going to write 12, and in the down left corner, at the bottom, at the left corner we are going to write 6, and same goes for rest 2. At the uppermost left corner we are going to write 13, and the downmost left corner we are going to write 6. At the uppermost left corner we are going to write 14, and the lower left corner we are going to write 6. 6 is for the atomic number or the number of protons. We can say that it is the number of protons. As we have seen that isotopes are the atoms of the same element with the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. So, or the isotopes are the atoms of the same element with same number of atomic number but different mass numbers. See, here each isotope or each atom has a different mass number even though they all are carbon. Carbon has its 3 brothers. For example, these are 3 brothers. Carbon, for example, carbon is the surname. Carbon is the surname, and these 3 are 3 brothers. These 3 are 3 brothers. Carbon 12, carbon 13 and carbon 14 are 3 brothers. Now, let's count the number of electrons. That is 6. As the number of atomic number is the number of electrons. So, as the atomic number is same for every carbon, so the electron number will be also same. Now comes for the neutron number. Now comes the neutron number. We are going to write the neutron number later. First, let's write the number of protons. 12 minus, or it's not like that. The number of protons will be also same, 6, 6 and 6. And the number of mass number here it's written 12, it's 13 and it's 14. Now, we are going to minus the number of electrons or the number of protons from the mass number. Number of protons from the mass number to get the number of neutrons. 14 minus 6 is 8. 13 minus 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which is 7. And 12 minus 6, which is 6. So, as we have seen that 3 carbons have different mass numbers, but their electron number is the same, and also their proton number is the same. As the mass numbers are different, now we have, as the mass number and the proton number have given, we need to find the neutron number. So, how we will find the neutron number? We will subtract the proton number from mass number of each carbon atom. So, 12 minus 6 is 6. 13 minus 6 is 7, 14 minus 6 is 8. Please take an SS or write or draw the table. This is very important table. You need to remember it, as most of the questions in this chapter will be from this, according to these 3 atoms, carbon 12, carbon 13 and carbon 14. I hope you guys have taken an SS. We are going to go ahead now. আমরা এখন আগে বাড়তেছি। আশা করি তোমরা স্ক্রিনশট নিয়ে নিয়েছো। না নিলেও সমস্যা নাই, ভিডিওটাকে পজ করো, পজ করে রিভার্সে যে ব্যাক করে আবার তোমরা দেখে স্ক্রিনশটটা নিয়ে নিও। Now carbon, we know that, or you as I know that carbon 14 is radioactive. Carbon 14 is radioactive. I will explain the term radioactive later. First, let me write this thing that carbon 14 is radioactive. Now comes the question that what is radioactive? Most of you guys are hearing this thing the first time, that radioactive. There is something called radioactive. Radioactive is nothing except that the atom which we call radioactive is unstable. This means that the atom is unstable. Sooner or later it will decay. Carbon 14 is radioactive. This means that the atom is unstable. Sooner or later it will decay. By here decay means that মানে এটার বয়স, মানে এটার যে রেডিওঅ্যাক্টিভিটি, এটার যে ক্ষমতা সেটা অর্ধেক হয়ে যাবে। দ্যাটস কল্ড হাফ লাইফ। এটা কমে যাবে এটা একটা নির্দিষ্ট সময় পরে কার্বন 14 এর যে রেডিওঅ্যাক্টিভিটিটা আছে সেটা কমে যাবে। ওর রেডিওঅ্যাক্টিভিটি অথবা ওর ক্ষমতাটা কমে যাবে একটা নির্দিষ্ট সময়ের পরে। এই নির্দিষ্ট সময়টাকে আমরা বলি হাফ লাইফ হিসাবে এখানে গণনা করা হয়। হাফ লাইফ হিসাবে বলা হয় we count this thing as half life, or we count this as half life, or we say this thing as half life. No one is gonna ask you, but it's better to remember that the half life of carbon 14 is 5,730 years. Is 5,730 years. The half-life of carbon 14 is 5,730 years. So, if someone has an atom, or an atom, I think I don't need to write that thing, I'm just dictating it. That so if someone have an atom which is radioactive, or specifically which is carbon 14, which has a half-life of 5,730, this means that after initially, if there is 100 atoms of 5,000 carbon 14, 100 atoms of carbon 14, it will decay and become 50 after 5,730 years. It's a long period of time. It's a long period of time that if someone has 100 atoms of carbon 14, it will decay after 5,730 years. I think I'm gonna keep this thing today. Till now, please comment that till now which part you have understand. তোমরা কমেন্ট করে আমাকে জানাও যে কোন পার্টটা বুঝো নাই, কোন পার্টটা অথবা কোন পার্টটা আরেকবার বুঝাতে লাগবে। আমি অবশ্যই এটার আরেকটা ভিডিও বানাবো এটার উপর, যে এক্সপ্লেনেশনের উপর, এবং রেস্ট যে পার্টটা আছে, যে চ্যাপ্টারটা আছে সেটা আমি পরের ক্লাসে বুঝাই দিব উইথ এ নিউ চ্যাপ্টার।